least listening to each other. Founder of a youth committee. Youth committee is a group include more than 150 Gazans from different categories, founded on 2010. First of all, let me introduce my partners in this group, and also they are leaders in other sectors. Mr. Muhammad Imrad, he's 50 years old. Jaber, he's 38 years old. Ahmad, 24 years old. Muhammad, and he's 28 years old. Shadi, and 26 years old. And I think we have also Manar. In our group, when we decided to do something here inside Gaza, we were believed that we need to make a change, not just in our situation in Gaza Strip, but in all over the world. So our goal was how we can create new leaders in our community. And when we are talking about leaders, we are not talking about leaders in politics. No, our goal is to create leaders in arts, in theater, in sports, in agriculture, in interfaith dialogue. In the beginning, it was hard for us to work in a place like Gaza, no electricity, nothing to do, closing borders, unemployment. Everyone outside Gaza looking at you as a terrorist already. The first impression for a Gazan that he is a bad guy. And for sure it's a fake media. But we believed in our goal, and we started to empower our relations and our connections by organize some initiatives for the people here in Gaza, for the kids, for the youth, for the women, for everyone. How we can empower our relations, how we can practice our languages. We believe in Gaza Strip here that nobody at all take care of us. I'm talking about our local or our international leaders. Gaza doing Gaza. It's a virus in addition for our viruses already. Our blockade, our siege, unemployment, cancer, pollution, electricity. We have already a lot of viruses. We decided from the beginning to keep ourselves away from what's happening around, away from the stereotype people who are just blaming you or just looking or asking other questions. We here in Gaza paying the price as a youth. So there is no way than us. Step after step, we qualify us to try to find an Israeli partners, not to talk for peace as an NGOs or as a proposals or as something to make some pictures. No, we are trying to create a new generation. So we started since 5 years ago our initiative, and it's called Skype with Your Enemy. It was an initiative, make the enemies close to each other. And we are not just means the enemies, Israelis and Palestinians, no. Enemies everywhere, Northern and Southern Koreans, Iranians and Americans, Russians and Ukrainians, Algerians and Moroccans. So this kind of initiative gives to us a power to continue. In the beginning, it's very hard to us to speak in our community that we are talking with an Israelis, because maybe the people will think that we are working with Mossad or with Shabak or maybe doing donation. But we didn't care anymore. And a very high reputation from Gaza that there is a new leadership coming, promoting peace, promoting understanding, finding for an Israeli partners. because already we will be the coming generation. Netanyahu and Abu Mazen and any president will not stay forever. We will be the coming generation. At least we need to following our ideas, not to follow the other ideas. In this meeting, I'm very happy. I'm very proud to meet my friends and meet with Kathy. Me and Kathy prepare this meeting or activities since 4 months ago, I think, or 5 months ago. We decided how we can create something between the people here in Gaza and there in Israel. So please feel free to ask anything. In my group, we have 150 leaders, 150 ideas, 150 projects, and we are not looking for media or for funds. No, no, we are talking about how we can create a new generation, can create a new leaders. And there is no difference between Christian, Jew, Muslims, non-religious, anyone. We are talking with the people as a humanity. And thank you so much, Katie, for this chance to talk with this audience. And maybe I will give you back to speak again or to Manar. But here already we have Muhammad, and when Muhammad will talk, I think Niveen will translate. Thank you so much again.
Thank you, Ram.
For me, it's a very inspired meeting. I still remember since 5 or 6 years when I talked with my first Israeli on video. For me, it was like
Rami,
away from anyone. I was hiding away, closing rooms, but now we are talking in public. It's you, Katie. I think we have questions here maybe in the end of the meeting.
Yes. Rami, before we move on to Manar, can you just say a few words about the activities that the Youth Committee leads in Gaza?
I know.
Rami? Okay. Manar, are you with us? Yeah.
Katie, Manar with us, but she needs to unmute her.
Yeah. Manar, are you? I see you.
Hi everyone, my name is Manar, and I'm working as a freelancer journalist and also as a coordinator in this group, Youth Committee. And I have some questions here from Katie, and she's asking me to talk about the life in Gaza. The life in Gaza, it's really difficult question, but in my opinion, all of us know even a little bit about the situation in our conflict in general, even in Gaza, even in the West Bank. And, we are also watching the problems in the news and reading. Maybe, the news sometimes lying, but all of us know a little bit about how difficult to live in Gaza or in a place, there is no chance to travel or, just to have a job or to have some money to live, but it's fine. Katie, I'm not gonna answer this question because it's really difficult question to answer you or to explain to you how is the situation here. But let us speak about what we can do after this meeting, and also tell us about your role in Youth Committee. I'm like a guider. Anyone wants to do anything in Gaza, I can, guide him. Whatever he wants to work with us in the music, welcome, in art, in dance, in everything he wants. And also, we are supporting, this kind of process because the youth in Gaza or the children need more help, maybe awareness, maybe education, maybe, you know, some fun, maybe to speak with anyone. So the partner, you know, outside just helping us. My cat is here. I'm sorry. She is, you know, jumping around. And that's it. We have the, you know, what is the being and active in Gaza. This is a question for Rami. Maybe he was arrested many times by Hamas, and you know, can speak about it because, you know, sometimes they are thinking there is someone, you know, pushing us to do that, but no, we are like a group and believing in what we are doing. About our group, we are in a group, not organization. So sometimes there's no donors, there's no you know, professional paper for us, but it's fine. We are still working since 10 years, as Rami said. And what do you people do for fun? Just going to the restaurants, maybe sometimes, or to the sea. That's it. We are as any community, but you know, it's a little bit Islamic, so it's fine. What people studying, you know, they are studying in the universities, it's fine. Going to the school, it's fine, but in the end, there is no job, no chances, because you know, the blockade over Gaza, we can say that. And thank you. Maybe, yeah, the last question, what is your vision for the future? Maybe just to break more borders and to promote our work around Middle East. And thank you for being here, all of us, all of you, sorry.
Thank you, Manar. Can one of you, before we move on to our last speaker, Rami or Manar, can one of you speak about a little bit more about the activities that the Youth Committee is doing in Gaza?
Now, can speak about that. Anyway, it's okay. Our initiatives, like how we can, for example, first of all, using internet access to connect the people in Gaza with the people outside. So some of our activities, like connect families in Gaza with families outside Gaza. And when I'm talking about outside, I'm included Israel. We are also connect the students in Gaza with the students outside of Gaza. We connect the schools in Gaza with the schools outside Gaza. We have a lot of initiatives inside the school in Gaza. As I told you at the beginning, we are looking how we can create a new generation. So all of these pictures and this office, you know, it's a picture from a story, from an activity, because we are looking at the generation now. When we are talking with a child, 6 years old or 5 years old or 7 years old, I think we can prepare him for the future, or we can prepare her for the future. We also brought the kids from the schools to organize some trips for them to the garden, to make some sports, to learning them basketball, football, because we are already in touch with many NGOs here in Gaza, like Young Men Christian Association, and like many NGOs here. And also some of our activities, like educate the kids here in Gaza, the English language. Also, our projects, like how we can create music projects, you know, because we have a lot of talented people here in Gaza sing and compose, but those people, or do they need a chance to promote their skills by a cooperation with any partner from Israel or outside Israel. We give the chance for the Gazan here to promote and to look at him or herself that I can be something in the future. Also, we are feed the kids here in Gaza to choose a hobby. It's something good for any kid or for any teenager to have a hobby, reading, sports, not just following the media. You can imagine yourself when you are grow in a place, just include news about conflict. Nothing to do. For sure, you will grow up with any other ideas. We give the chance for the kids here to draw. We bring the kids also to make some kind of voluntary works. Also, we are asking them here to visit the church. We have Christians in Gaza here, and our group also includes the Christians. By organize some trips from between Muslims and the Christians and peace. Then we can talk with the Jew. We are prepared, first of all, to make a sustainable relation between the Palestinian and the Palestinian and Christian and the Palestinian Muslim. Then we are qualify him or her to speak with the Jew. Some of them our activities like promote messages from outside Gaza to the people here. Some of them our activities like write peace messages and send it to Israel. Some from our projects like visiting universities and organize workshops with the youth, not talking about peace directly. We are talking with the youth how we can empower our skills, how we can forget the politicians and just thinking in ourselves, how we can really can make a change for us. Also, our activities, how we can build a sustainable project. We are believe that in Gaza Strip, we don't need a humanitarian aids. We need a cultural aids. We need a success stories aid. We need a thinking aid. So we asking the people all the time to do something in their place. Anyway, I can't count our activities, but in this window, in this meeting, we have a lot of cooperations, for example, with other voice NGOs, with Holy Local Alliance, with Leora, with I don't want to forget anyone. Maybe Manar saved the whole names, but for me, I'm very happy when I create any kind of cooperation between the people here and the people there. And also, we are prepared to keep ourselves from the political circle. So please, from now, don't ask me about any other people or any other group or any other factions. If there is a hope in one faction, you will find this, you will find us there. We decided to create our group because there is nothing to do in Gaza or outside Gaza.
Thank you, Rami. Manar wanted to add something. Gonna unmute you.
Right. Okay. We're gonna talk about our activities. Maybe I can share with you the last period what we have did. We have did like a small room to teaching the children English by some negative speakers around us, and they are already, our partners, and we are scheduling with them by Zoom or by Skype, and they are learning English. The kids, you know, uh, maybe during the week we have 3 or 4 sessions, and one who would donate for us, his name is Yoash, and I'm here just to thank him. And sometimes our partners around Israel, just donating for us, to create this kind of project, and this kind of project can empower the children also. And we have did a video like dancing with someone from Gaza. His name Ala, and also Leora. Leora is also with us. And also here is Yufat. We are thinking to make or create a music project just between musicians from Gaza and from Israel. And there is a lot, but these 3 initiatives we are in and working on it, and every day we have something new. So please join us. Thank you.
Thank you, Manar. So our next speaker is Muhammad. Our translator will be Naveen. I just need to find her. Naveen, are you here? Hold on 1 second. Yep. Okay. Naveen?
Yes, hi. I just raised my hand.
I saw that. Okay, cool.
Cool. Yeah.
So, and let me unmute Rami. Okay. Rami, Muhammad is with you.
Yes, Muhammad with me now. Naveen can hear us well?
No, actually, the internet is breaking. Is it possible to find like maybe a different location? Because the internet is really bad.
Katie?
I think this is what we have. Naveen, you can't hear Rami?
I can hear him, but the line breaks up sometimes.
Okay, so let's try to make it work with what we have because I think that they're connected to the best internet that they have available.
Of course.
Sure, so you guys want to start?
تفضل.
هاي كيف الحال؟
Hi, how are you all?
أنا محمد مراد من غزة.
My name is Muhammad Murad from Gaza.
برحب فيكم جميعا.
I welcome you all.
احنا طبعا معروف وضعنا في غزة شباب متعددة الأفكار.
Of course, you know our situation in Gaza, but here we are a group of young people with different ideas.
حابب أوصل رسالة للمجتمع عندكم.
I would like to give you a message from to your society.
الرسالة هذه إنه الكل لازم يفهم إنه إحنا شعب بنحب الحياة.
We really want you to understand that we are a people who love life.
وبنبحث عن الحياة وعن المحاسن فيها.
And we're trying our best to find what is good in life.
للأسف بنشعر باليأس لأنه أبسط الحقوق كإنسان مش متوفرة، أبسط أمور الحياة مش متوفرة عندنا. كالعمل مش متوفر، الصحة ضعيفة، التعليم مشاكل، بشكل عام ككل يعني بنعاني من هيك وضع.
But we sometimes feel okay, the situation itself is sometimes desperate as well, because as you know, we have a very high rate of unemployment and rare job opportunities. In terms of health, it is a very weak health system. And in terms of education, it's also not one of the best in the world. So generally, it's a very dire and desperate situation.
بدي أحكي إنه معظم الشباب في غزة عاطلين عن العمل، مش متوفر لهم عمل، بوصل الواحد فيهم لسن ال40 وممكن أكثر مش متوفر له مجال عمل ولا أي فرصة للحياة.
So in the terms of employment opportunities, there's a very high unemployment rate in Gaza, and sometimes one person might reach the age of 40 and still unable to find a proper job opportunity. Hello?
تمام.
الشباب بيشعروا باليأس، فيش أي نظرة مستقبلية أو طموح لهم لقدام، فيش أمل.
And of course, we feel desperate because most of the young people feel desperate because unfortunately there is no vision for the future, and most of the young people as well don't have a hope for a better future as well. They're unable to see how that is going to be.
احنا هنا واجبنا انه نحيي الامل عند الشباب على انه يتوفر لهم مجال عمل وفي كل مكان، ويخففوا بعض الاجراءات اللي بنعاني منها، مثل بيقولوا في تسهيلات للعمال من غزه لاسرائيل. للاسف هذا الكلام مرفوض، ما فيش عامل طلع على اسرائيل كونه عامل. معظم اللي بيطلعوا تجار معهم اموال، لكن العمال الفقراء ما فيش معهم فلوس، انه اي تسريح بكلف فوق ال 5000 شيكل. تقدر تسالوا اي حد من غزه بكلف فوق ال 5000 شيكل، فمن وين ال 5000 شيكل العامل المضطهد بده يجيبهم وهو قاعد عن الشغل؟ فيش فلوس معه.
So as a group of young people, we are trying to give and promote hope to those younger generation who have lost faith and lost hope. And you might have heard in the news that some of the laborers or daily young people or people who do daily work were given permits and were allowed to enter Israel. Unfortunately, don't believe that. If you hear that in the news, it is not true. The people who were allowed to enter Israel from Gaza are all merchants and who actually have already a lot of money, because these permits were kind of sold, and if you wanted to get a permit, you need to have 5,000 shekels per permit, which is a lot for these already poor people.
في داخل غزه لا يوجد عمل، فيش شغل، معظم الشباب عاطل عن العمل، مش موفر له اي مجال للعمل. لكن برغم نفسه انه احنا ممكن نشتغل في غزه، لو توفر مجال وتوفر الامكانيات ممكن نشتغل في غزه، وقادرين نشتغل في البناء، في الخياطه. انا توفير، انا خياط، كنت اشتغل باسرائيل الى اكثر من 30 سنه، قبل 30 سنه، وكنا مبسوطين نشتغل في اسرائيل. لكن حاليا في غزه انا قاعد عن العمل، وغيري شباب برضه قاعدين عن الشغل، ولا عندي 3 شباب ولا واحد فيهم بيشتغل الحمد لله، والشباب كثير على هيك.
Now, Gazans are also very talented people, even though there's a very high unemployment rate and there are no job opportunities. But still, the Gazans have talent and they have the will to work as well. I can speak about myself. I used to work in Israel in the field of tailoring and making clothes. صحكت لي خياط صح؟
خياط.
Okay, and making clothes, but ever since the closure I couldn't find a job in Gaza, and now I also I have 3 other young men, they're my sons, and unfortunately until now they cannot find a proper job for them.
تمام، لكن نتمنى يتوفر هنا مجال عمل والحركه تستمر ويصير في مجال شغل للشباب، لانه الشاب ان ما اشتغلش كل تفكيره هيصير يذهب لحاجات مش مألوفه كالتطرف ويدخل في الصراعات السياسيه وغيره وغيره، ويبعد عن الحياه الانسانيه.
And of course, it's really important to find to find proper job and employment opportunities for these young men, because ever since the siege and the lack of these opportunities, what is happening to the young people is that they have been thinking a lot or turning into extremism and into thinking in a violent manner. So it's important to actually support us to find more job opportunities for these young men.
مع الشباب بنفكر نزرع ورده في جنينه، بنفكرش لما يكون فيش فلوس، تفكيري بصير اروح لاماكن اخرى مش محموده ومش مرغوبه. لكن في حاله ما يكون مع الناس مع الشباب ممكن اتزوج، ممكن اعمل جنينه، ممكن اعمل مشروع اعيش منه كاي انسان في العالم كله، مش اكثر يعني. بغض النظر عن انا ابيض، انا اسود، انا اجنبي، انا عربي، انا كذا، انا كذا، ما بيعنيني الشخص اللي بتعامل معاه يكون اخلاقه عاليه. انا انظر لاخلاق الشخص ولا انظر الى لونه ولا دينه ولا قوميته ولا مذهبه. كل احترام لكل البشر.
2 points. One point is that it is known that if you are a person with a good employment, or if these young people are able to find employment opportunities, they will think about a brighter future, maybe getting married, maybe, you know, building a house with a small garden or something. But at least you will be able to have some sort of hopes and a vision for your own personal future as well. But since there is a very high unemployment rate, most of the young people are going into extremism. And the second point is that we at this group, we don't look at people based on race or based on gender. We consider people, and we respect diversity, and we respect people based on their morals and based on respect for each other as well.
نيش عن في الظروف هذه مش هننسى فيروس كورونا. نتمنى السلامة لكم للجميع ولكل الناس، وألف شكر لكم.
And of course, given these current circumstances with the coronavirus crisis that is going on, we wish everybody safety and well-being, and thank you very much for listening.
Thank you. شكرا.
Thank you, Muhammad. So now we're going to move to the Q&A portion of this discussion. So Yahav is going to lead this part. To all written questions, we've chosen a few of the questions that we think are most relevant to this discussion. But please feel free to keep writing questions, and we're going to take about another 45 minutes to answer questions. So.
Okay, so hi everyone, I'll be the curator. I'm gonna unmute people and introduce them, and the people who asked questions in the chat, and we wanted to let them have an opportunity to ask questions. So just so you know, when I unmute you, you have an option to unmute yourself after that. So first we'll have Yuval Gal Cohen. I'm unmuting you now. Say hi.
Hello. Wow. Okay, I wasn't expected to be the first one. It's a surprise. Hi. Why? I wrote some of the questions. So yeah. First of all, thank you. This is amazing. I'm sorry.
And Yuval, just before you begin, definitely exciting. Nice to see you. And everyone that comes up to ask a question, please, even though maybe it might be exciting and you have a lot of questions, try to keep it to one main question you want to ask.
I'm sorry. So I guess I will choose the question that I wrote here of like, so what's the group doing practically to help the unemployment rate to go down, and to get better healthcare system, and basically, yeah, what's the physical things that you guys are doing to make things better? Yeah.
Thank you, Yuval, for your question. First of all, I need to repeat that we are normal people like you.
Of course.
We are not government, we are not ministers, we are not NGOs until now.
Mm-hmm.
But we are working like a government, we are working like a country, we are working like a system, we have a system. First of all, we need to find our internal peace. And we prefer, first of all, to find you as a person, before work or not work. For example, in our work, we met each other through the activities. So I think it's a very good help for the youth here in Gaza to give them a space to learn, or to educate a new thing, or to connect him with someone outside Gaza, or to practice his language. This is the step number one, that to help the people to find themselves, to follow their dreams, to follow their goals, not to follow others' dreams, not to follow others' goals. And then we have some small business projects, like prepare something, or maybe make a project for buying tea or coffee, or preferring something, but it's not like a huge project. We are prepared to find the people first, the people who can be the roots for this project. But now we are working or thinking in a very big idea, like Mr. Muhammad, he is a dressmaker, and how we can, for example, build a factory to serve 100 youth so they can make dresses, trousers, t-shirts, and in my thinking, it's something usual between the Israelis and Palestinians since 30 or 40 years ago. A lot of products export are important in this time. But as I told you, we are prepared to help the people by work, by find themselves first. And
Okay. Thank you, Rami, for that. Next, and thank you, Yuval, very much. Next, we have Marina. Hi, Marina.
Hi. Hi, everyone. Thanks for letting us participate in this. So my question is, can you address what the Gazan mindset is regarding Corona? How do Gazan people, like, it's hard to speak as a collective. What is their awareness within Gaza? What measures have been taken by the authorities, and how are they perceived by the people?
thank you, Marina. We were like any community waiting Corona. We heard in the news that the security hearing has found 2 cases affected by Corona. Most of the people still start to be afraid or start to make or to buy a lot of medicines or something like that. But until now, you can say that some of the people here in Gaza staying home, some of the people they don't care, not because they are not care about Corona, but because already we as Gazans, facing conflicts, wars, crisis. So for us, it's easy, to find or to welcome a new crisis. But until now, I think we have 14 or 13 cases under control. A lot of work for the international NGOs and for the Israeli government and also for the Palestinian Authority to bring medicine tools here for Gaza. But for sure, Gaza Strip needs a lot of things, since years and years we are under blockade. And I think in this time, the Israeli blockade over Gaza Strip helped us as Gazans, because Gaza Strip is different than West Bank. West Bank, the people in West Bank cannot travel outside West Bank and return back to us. Because of that, we see that we have hundreds of numbers affected in Corona in West Bank. In Gaza here, we have small numbers because already Gaza Strip isolated from the world. But now we are following Corona, we are afraid because it's very hard, it will be very dangerous to us if Corona reach Gaza Strip here. But as we say all the time, in Gaza Strip, the situation will explode any time because of Corona or because of not Corona. But the people need awareness, and I think it's our mission now to talk with the people, to tell them how they can take care about their health, how they should isolate in the houses and the homes. You can see in Gaza Strip now a lot of people wearing masks, wearing gloves, like any community. And in my opinion, thank you, Corona, because Corona put Gaza Strip as equal with anyone outside. Like everybody now is staying home, and for sure we are sympathize with all the people who are affected by corona. And many people here in Gaza that they are ready to help anyone affected by corona.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Marina. Up next is Maya Weiss. I'm gonna unmute you.
Manar, can Manar maybe now answer not all of the questions for one?
Sure. So Maya, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here. I wanted to know if the Hamas knows about your actions in Gaza.
Well, I think it's my question, not Manar's question. You can say now a lot of people knowing that there is a group in Gaza in touch with the Israelis. And personally, I passed a lot of challenges or risks because of the securities. They invited me many times, and last year they arrested me for 17 days in the jail because of my working with the Israelis. They thought that I'm working as a spy, or maybe sending names for the fighters, or send maps for tunnels. But no, our answer all the time, like a lot of people, Palestinians and Israelis, exporting and importing daily. Why you are not inviting them? A lot of Palestinian patients getting their treatments from an Israeli doctor. Why you are not inviting them? A lot of Palestinian journalists in touch with an Israeli journalist. But why they are not inviting them? And now, yes, I think we break the taboo case in Gaza here. When we are talking about relations between Israelis and Gaza, it's like a taboo case. No, we succeed to promote this idea for everyone because our group succeed in created a lot of a friendship between Israelis and Palestinians. The people here know, and if anyone wants to ask, I think we are ready for any challenge, for any risk. I will tell you, I will be more serious with you, relation with the Israelis. Might be direct or not direct about the soldiers. So I think we are the same. Yes, it's dangerous, but we have nothing to lose. And also we found a lot of sympathize, a lot of power came from our Israeli partners and friends. When I was in the jail, most of the people who are following me to release were Israelis. And Palestinians also. And now in this group, I told them that we have a meeting with an Israeli who like to join. So you find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm sure that if I have a speaker and speak in public in the streets, let's talk with the Israeli, thousands of people will be here. And vice versa in Israel. But the people need idols.
Sorry, Rami, what did you say? The people need what?
The people need idols. Sometimes the people need idols. When I decided to create this group, I heard a lot of good stories between Israelis and Palestinians from people here in Gaza that we need peace. We dream for peace. We're looking for peace. hey guys, why you are not talking about peace in public? So this reaction from the people give to me the first push that the people on the street believe in peace. And also when I'm talking with the Israelis, even left, even right, they are need peace. So where is the problem? We don't have leaders? Okay, we need to create leaders. I'm not talking about, we are not talking with the people about one state or two state solution. Because if anyone wants to prepare a question like that, we don't have answers. We don't prepare one state or two states. We need one right as a person, because already we are living under two models. Arabic cities in Israel, it's one state. Gaza Strip or West Bank with Israel, it's two states. And we have hundreds of conflicts. The problem between us, we can't decide in the top. But as I told you, we need to create new leaders, represent our voices. I hope, for example, to find an Israeli leader from this meeting. Here it's hard, in Gaza it's hard to create or to be like a public figure here in Gaza. We have nothing. But if I was in Israel, maybe I will join Kadima or Lieberman, anyone to be in Knesset. So be active, guys, you know. Go to Knesset, go to be ministers. Let's change the names. Let's create a new kind of Netanyahu, a new kind of Abu Mazen, a new kind of Lieberman, a new kind of Yehuda Gleck, a new kind of everyone.
Thank you, Rami. Thank you, Maya. The next person that's going to be asking is Shell. I'm going to unmute you. Hi, Shell.
Hey. Do you hear me? Yeah, okay. So you were talking about your youth group. This is also a question for Rami. So I'm wondering how it works in the sense, because you were also talking about younger kids. So is it a program that the parents sign them up for, or how do the kids or the teenagers actually get to the program? How do they hear about it? How do they sign up? How does the whole registration work? How do they become part of it?
We started in our network. All of us, all of the members of the committee already has neighbors network in his place. And we visited the families. Most of the families now asking us, you know, to educate their sons English. So there is a support from the families. But we have two lines. The first line to empower their skills internally, away from the Israelis, away from the Americans. Anyone that we are working with Israelis, with Americans, with Arabs, because we don't have enough awareness for everyone. We need to share awareness and then we can decide. But some families, we are speaking to them directly. Like, for example, Muhammad, he told me that if I can connect my sons, he has a boy 16 years old, and he's looking for him for an Israeli friend. So sometimes I find the support from the families to send their kid to speak with an Israeli. But sometimes the family need from us just to educate their sons a new thing. Now we are preparing for an initiative for English and soccer. So we choose 20 kids from 8 to 10 years old. After Corona, after Corona, we will start to learn them 2 hours, 45 minutes for English, and 1 hour and a quarter for learning, for playing football. So this kind of initiative give us the chance to speak directly with the kid, because already we are preparing audience. And we have some vision, for example, to nominate ourselves in the Palestinian Legislative Council one day. The people here need, the people here need something. The people here need someone to listen. The people here need some a choke or a noise. Let's go speak because already you can find worker was in Israel since 30 or 40 years. So we need to share the good values between the generation. Yes, maybe we have IDF all the time targeting Gaza, targeting Gaza, targeting Gaza, like we are here ghosts in Gaza. But not all of the Israelis accepting the behavior of the IDF. It's not fair, to give a reaction for one iron by F-16 or a tank and this kind of targeting also affected our work, because how can I convince the people here about the Israeli and about his peace ideas and the Israeli army targeting a civilian family, for example? Anyway, we don't need to go for another topic. I need just to tell you that most of the families send their kid with 100 support.
Thank you for your answer.
Thank you, Rami. Thank you, Shel. We're gonna have Shir come up now.
Ask Manar to answer. Ask Manar to answer.
Manar, would you like to answer that question as well?
Yeah.
Let's see, maybe I need to unmute you. Okay. Manar, are you here?
She's not here?
No, I'm here.
So Manal, would you like to answer the question as well? Maybe speak a little bit about what Rami said.
Can you repeat the question? So,
There we go. Let's see. Shel, would you like to repeat your question?
The question that I asked before?
she got it already.
Oh, hey.
New question.
Okay.
So my question was, how do the kids get to the programs? How do the kids, the young teens, how do they reach you guys?
Yeah.
How do they register?
I don't know, but Rami answered you already, but I will
Yeah.
maybe I will add something. Also, we are here in Gaza, going to some places, sometimes we're gonna have chat with anyone, anything. So, from introducing ourselves, the people like, oh, that's exciting, would like to join, because we are not organization, but we are like a strong group, like a family and meeting every day, and just we don't have boss, we don't have labs, in this office or in our office in general. Because of that, everyone can do whatever he wants, because of that, the youth or the young people can feel that, oh, wow, I'm a leader. I'm just doing whatever I want, and there is many supporting around me, So, and also when I decided, to join this group, I was thinking, what will be the solution? How can be, to solve this big conflict? And step by step, I realized no, they are working really very well.
Thank you, Manal. Now we have Shir. We've unmuted you to ask a question as well. Shir, are you here?
Wait 1 second. I think okay, I unmuted her now.
Hey everyone, can you hear me?
Yes.
So my question is, how would you define successful life and what is success for you?
Go, Manar.
Should I answer? You know, about the life here. You know, about us, because you know we are keeping ourselves away from everything, and you know we are not in touch, you know, with the people, how I can say it, you know, who are away from us. We are just keeping our self-care, you know, grow up, and if anyone would like to join, he can join you, can join us, you know, or she can join us. But we are like keeping ourselves away from everything and busy in what we are doing right now in this moment, you know. So our life, like all of us in this group, let us say, you know, going to the office in the morning and then have some activities and some work, and then I'm cooking for them. I'm like their mother, and then have a, you know, lunch together, and then just also talking and see what we're gonna do the next day and blah blah. You know, it's just like we have a beautiful routine, you know, beautiful work. Because of that, you can say us like we have really successful life, you know, in these times. But about another kind of Gazans, you know, they are really, they don't have anything to do, and maybe you can see them just busy with you know, daily life, with their daily life, so nothing to do. I don't know if I understood your question very well, but here is the answer. Let me know.
Yes, thank you. I was just wondering, when you will come to an age and you will look, you will look backwards to your life. How would you feel? Like it was a successful life? I think that's the question.
You know, the situation, we will not be like this forever. And we have talked about the vision, our vision, like to promote our work around Middle East. It will not be just Gaza and Israel. It will end, and very soon. And we are as a crazy Gazans thinking to control Gaza. You know, we can see this process where it's going, you know. So because of that, we will not be just like this, you know. We're gonna move to another kind of neglect and work on, you know. It's crazy.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you, Shir. Next up, we have Tzvi. I'm going to unmute you now. Hi, Tzvi.
Hello, good evening. Thank you, Katie. And thank you, our beautiful brothers from Gaza. I'm very excited to talk with you. Okay, my question is pretty simple. I would like to ask, can you describe for us a regular day for you? How is it looks like in Gaza? And not time in this time of the Corona, I mean in a regular period.
By the way, no different. No different. Before Corona, after Corona, no different. You know, Katie asked me what is the life in Gaza. You know, our have our, you know, how they have fun in the day. I told you maybe just going to any restaurant in this city or just going to the sea or visiting, you know, our families and blah, blah, blah. But if you want to ask me personally, my life just from my office to my house. That's it. Any cousins? Let me see. Rami, let Ahmad, Abu Lashin, our Shadi speak about it. They are youth and, you know, going more and more around Gaza. I don't know about, you know, I'm not going every day. I'm just from my office
Okay.
to.
Yes, yes, I understand. Okay. And do you have any kind of, let's say, music gatherings that you getting around with, some kind of, I don't know, festivals or any kind of
No,
music
it's haram.
together?
It's haram in Gaza. It's haram.
It's what, sorry?
How I can say it, Yahab or Katie?
It's haram. It means
Haram, yani, no way.
It's
yes.
not allowed to you know, to have a party in
Wow.
the street or music.
Forbidden. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, thank you very much, Zvi. Now, up next we have Kochav Shachar. Hi.
Hi. So first of all, thank you very much for the opportunity. I'm very excited about this meeting and about talking now. I wanted to ask a question like, first, will we have more appointments like that or more opportunities? And if so, what can we do in order to help this keep on going, and what can we do in order to help this happening in general?
You know, just to be a party, right? Sorry, to be part of this work.
Yeah, for sure. But are there any kind of practical steps that we, as from the Israeli side, can do in order to continue this appointments, or a kind of maybe even a routine like this kind of appointments once in a while, or like what do you think?
Yes, maybe, I don't
Will
know
we
how.
have more appointments like this? Did you thought about it? Were you planning on it?
Yeah, maybe, you know, at first we're gonna talk, you know, on email. Maybe I can send you my email and your email, and then we're gonna have a call together and just decide what we want exactly. And, you know, every day we can be in touch, and also you can, you know what is the daily life or Gaza going, just to contact with a person directly from Gaza, you know?
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah, but I don't know how. Maybe I don't know how I can send you my email or Rami email, whatever.
A phone number, an email. Maybe I can write it down here. I will try to text
We'll
it to
make
you.
the opportunity to connect at the end of the meeting. So everyone who's asking questions about connecting, don't worry, we're going to make that possible for everyone.
Okay, Katie.
Thank you very much, Kochav. Up next, we're gonna have Elon. Let's see. Hi, Elon.
Hey guys. I have a question, about the life of the youth, because a lot of people on both sides, we've been growing into hate of each other. And my question is, what do you think we can do right now to change the hate of the youth? Because in TV and even if in our parliament or in Hamas and the Islamic Jihad, a lot of people are being raised to hate. What do you think we can do to change those who have already been born to the hate?
Thank you for your question. Maybe I can add some. Maybe I can answer you, and Rami also can answer you after my answer. You know, our project in general, you know, as I said before, you know, exciting for them because as I told you, we are not any kind of organization in this ground in Gaza City. And also our activities, we are doing like podcast together, you know, without mentioning names, just ask questions from Israel and Gaza, and you know, this kind of project, you know, can give you a little bit information about Israel and also about Gaza. We are trying to make something, you know, good with the media. We are trying to create a new kind of media, and by this media, you know, they can learn or know very well about the situation, you know, and both sides. And then, you know, he will see, I'm sure, you know, he will see something different and then decide to speak with the, you know, the other side, because, you know, the media around us is really lying. There is no about how really, you know, the people in Israel or Gaza looks like, you know, just focusing on the rockets and the leaders, what they are trying to say to us, you know, just like this. But other things, no, because of that, we don't know each other very well. But we are trying to create this kind of, you know, project just to give the people there or here information about the both sides, you know, away from everything also. So also one of this project, can anyone join us? It's just like a podcast or maybe a small video or more, anything, you know, can let the people here and there how is the life looks like, you know. And then, you know, I'm sure, you know, all of us exciting to speak with the other side. You know, because we're normal people, that's it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. طبعا.
Rami?
Yes.
Rami, do you have anything to add to that, or should we go to the next question?
I just need to complete my life. That youth committee, we have two lives. The first life as a Gazan. As a Gazan, nothing to do in Gaza. Gaza is a not good place to live. No water, nothing to do, no electricity, nothing to have fun. You can't travel, you can't think, you can't create any kind of a plan, you don't have a vision. It's a Gazan. So we are hopeless. But the other side, the youth committee, no. We imagining ourselves like we are Adam and Eve. And we will start to create a new planet with a new audience, with a new people, believe in each other, understand each other, away from anyone. We missed the trust in any faction or any party. They will not do anything for us, even United Nations, even America, even NGOs. All of these NGOs, all of these people just looking for their interest. Nobody care about us. Most of the leaders and most of the factions just using us as a reason to get money. So, as Manar said, in our group, we are creating a new planet and welcome anyone, especially Israelis.
Thank you, Rami. Amazing. Next up, we have Yuval Tenenbaum. Hi, Yuval.
Hi, can you hear me? Good, thank you so much for the opportunity. And I want to ask you, do you have friends and family that are not okay with you being a part of the organization or contact with Israelis because they are, let's say, like mad or hate or, you know, extremists, if can I say it? And if so, how do you cope with that?
About
the question?
me, you know, I'm just like away from my family. I'm living alone and my family in Egypt, so I'm doing whatever I want. So ask the youth, maybe Rami, Ahmad.
What was the question now?
If anyone, if your family, you know, maybe you can repeat the question أو بحكي لك إياه بالعربي. رامي قصده إنه عندكم حدا في العيلة ممكن ضد اللي أنت بتعمله أو تحكوا مع إسرائيليين بشكل عام يعني. أي حدا من عائلتك.
Maybe in this topic, an Israeli-Palestinian topic, I think the people not understanding you from the first time. Until now, part of my family not trusting in my work with the Israelis. And they think that I'm crazy and I will kill myself. And وليو ايش عائلاتكم تقبل تحكي مع اسرائيليين ايش ابوكم موافق؟
Yeah.
Yes, have fun.
احنا كنا نشتغل داخل اسرائيل مع عمال.
Your father agree for you to speak with an Israeli? Yes. They are Mossad, they are Shabak, they are bad people. Yes. Oh, okay. No.
No. لما عادي كنا نشتغل زمان في اسرائيل وبنشتغل مع اليهود.
Niveen is still here.
Naveen had to go, sorry.
So Katie, you can translate Abu Ahmed, Muhammad. He has some few sentences.
اوكي احنا كنا نشتغل باسرائيل وكنا نشتغل مع يهود وناكل بصحن واحد احنا وياهم مع بعض، ما فيش اي مشكله، ناكل مع بعض احنا والاسرائيليين مع بعض، احنا واليهود في اسرائيل في الشغل.
We used to be working a lot. We used to be working in Israel a lot, and we would eat with the Israelis, and we would spend time with them, and there was no problem then.
وكانوا يعطونا هدايا في المناسبات في الأعياد.
Give us on holidays and special occasions.
اوكي عادي.
آخر هدية كان امتى؟
آخر هدية يوم عرسي.
امتى قبل كم سنة؟
سنة 1990 بديوب.
1990.
I received a galabia for my wedding in 1990.
كرتونة شوكولاتة وكاسات كوبايات.
شوكولاتة عندي جلاس
شوكولاتة فيها ويسكي. شوكولاتة فيها ويسكي.
يا صايع.
بس ايش اوعى. اوكي عادي احنا ما بنتكلم مع جيش ولا مع موساد ولا مع شين بيت ولا مع غيره ولا اي علاقه في
We don't communicate with the security entities like the Mossad or the army, just with people.
اوكي انا برفض اتكلم اصلا معهم ولكن كمواطنين بتكلم عادي وضع طبيعي كثقافه بين الشعوب.
If we're talking just with citizens and people to people and it's about culture and social issues, then it's generally not considered a problem.
اوكي ضد التعصب وين ما كان من الطرفين من هذا ومن هذا ضد التعصب. تطرف.
We're against extremism or anything radical.
From our side or from Israeli side?
اوكي عادي ما فيش خوف عادي وضع طبيعي.
صح. Thank you very much. So now we're gonna have Asafsky ask a question. Hi Asaf.
Hi, how are you? I'm speaking from Jaffa. And I was following the whole conversation here. Most of the questions were already given, so I would just like to speak from my heart to you and say that I was in Gaza when I was 8 years old with my family. It was in the year of '84, 3 years before the first Intifada. I remember the smell of the market and the joy in the market, and I really, really hope that one day will come and we can meet in person and be in peace together. My personal view is that only one state should be in the future, a United States of Israel, in which all of us have the same rights, have the same right to be everywhere. And this is my message to you, a message of peace. I really, really excited to hear you, Ahmed and Muhammad and Rami and the girl that I
Manar.
didn't.
Manar.
Manar. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
You
Good
are
evening.
welcome. You are welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Asafsky. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Next up is Melinda. Are you here, Melinda?
Yeah, okay, sorry, muted. So I wanted to ask about education within Gaza, and if you can't speak on behalf of all of Gaza, that's fine. Like, even within your own communities, your own families. Well, so I was wondering if education is free and accessible for like all students, all kids. Because I know like where my parents are from, like, or like where one of my parents is from, like it's, you have to pay for it and like you stop going at a certain age. So I was wondering if that's a similar case for you, if there's a lot of emphasis on education, if a lot of students get to finish high school or middle school, or I'm from the States, but yeah, anyways, thank you.
Rami, you can go with it.
Yes, in Gaza Strip, I think we have a very high level in education for Gazans in general. We have thousands of schools between governmental schools or between normal schools. Most of the families here send their sons to educate in the school, university. But the problem now, there is no atmosphere to educate. You know, sometimes the students need specific situation, and also maybe the teachers also increasing their salaries. There is no sustainable salary. Just maybe there is sustainable salary for the teachers in the Ono, but for the teachers in the governmental, there is no sustainable salary. Also, I think we need to create a good teacher. We have maybe good schools, but I think we don't have good teachers.
Rami, we can't hear you very well. Can you come closer to the computer?
My answer was that we have thousands of schools here in Gaza, divided between governmental schools and normal schools. Most of the families here send their students or send their kids to the schools to educate, but I think for a student in Gaza, there is no good situation to learn or to educate. No electricity in home, 50 students in the class, and I think also there is no sustainable salaries for the teacher in the governmental schools. Maybe the teacher has a sustainable salary in the normal school, but I think that we don't have enough good teachers in our school. But in general, the people here in Gaza prefer to send their sons to educate in the schools. But also the financial situation for the families also prevent the family to continue the learning for their sons. The price for the universities is very high. Not all of the people can pay, for example, 20,000 shekels for 4 years to have a baccalaureate degree in the end. It's very hard to get money and educate most of the people here.
Yeah, I don't know why, Rami. And in the end, there is no job.
And in the end, there is no job. Most of the
I don't know
students
why.
are studying
To stay at
in
home.
their first and second and third stage, and inside themselves, they believe that there is no job.
Yeah, crazy.
So it will make some noise inside yourself that you can't arrange your plan or your life.
Thank you, Rami. And thank you, Melissa.
Okay, thank you.
Melinda.
And now we're gonna have our last question. Sorry that not everybody was able to ask questions, but I'm sure that if you write in the Facebook event later, then maybe you could be in contact with our friends in Gaza. We have Rita up next.
Also, just I want to say that before we finish the conversation, we're gonna ask our friends to say a few words about next steps and how to keep in contact and how to cooperate together. So if you're interested, stay tuned. We're gonna talk about that really soon.
Cool. Hi, Rita.
Hi. Can you hear me? Nice. So first, I want to say thank you so much for organizing this conversation. I think it's so important. And I really want to thank you, Manar and Rami, and all the people from Gaza, the Palestinians who are chose to speak to us. I know that it can be very not easy for you. I really appreciate it. I think it's so important that we break this border, if we can, at least virtual. So I send you a lot of love from Beersheba. Hopefully we can do this again and more cooperate together. And I want to ask you, how are you keeping, like, how people can maintain hope when things get hard?
Rami.
Where's Rami? Manar, do you want to answer that one in the meantime?
Sorry?
Do you want to answer this one?
Can you repeat it, please?
You can see us again, yeah?
Yeah, totally. Manal, what Rita was asking was how do you maintain hope in times like this? Like when you're in this situation, how are you still hopeful?
You know, our work in general, and also you guys giving us hope all the time, and also our partners, friends around us, giving us all the time. And I'm in touch with all of them all the day, beside my work. And yeah, that's it. So speak with one of us, and we gonna have hope all the time.
Rami, do you have anything to add?
Yes, for me personally, I think, as Manar said, sometimes I'm like any person, feeling hopeless inside myself. Not hopeless because of my work. No, I believe in the impact of our work. But as a Gazan, it's very hard, to wake up in the morning and remember the routine, the nothing. But as Manar said, when I found Manar or Muhammad or Ahmad or Shadi, I forget anything at the start to think about a new project or a new initiative. And also, as Manar said, we have daily contacts with an Israeli partners, not just in work. For example,
yeah, dancing, yeah.
One from my closest friend is someone called Ruth Christina Basilava. Yes, maybe she is lazy, but
We're
at
gonna
least
have yoga tomorrow morning.
We will dance with her tomorrow morning. So maybe if anyone think in joining us tomorrow morning to dance together, we are preparing a room.
Would you like to put the link in the chat?
I will.
Tomorrow's meeting.
So maybe this is the perfect opportunity to wrap up the conversation, Rami and Manar, about just say a few words about how people in this group can cooperate with you and can be partners going forward. Maybe you can say a few words about culture initiatives like music and the arts, and also more political initiatives or similar conversations like this one. So I know a lot of people here are eager to reach out and to become partners. So it would be great if you could say a few words about how to make that happen and which topics and which activities are most relevant for you guys. And then anyone who wants to reach out to you can contact me and I'll give them your information.
Katie, please, Muhammad has a message for the participants, so please help him in translate. قول انت عندك رسالة بتوصلها.
Okay. Hi. Okay. I am. My name is Muhammad. 28 years old. in بيت لاهيا in the north of Gaza. بدي احكي شوي بالعربي لانه مش حافظ كثير انجلش.
Yeah, he's going to speak in Arabic because his English is not as good.
طبعا انا مبسوط كثير ان في لقائكم اليوم.
I'm so happy about today's meeting.
وطبعا انا في مجال المسرح يعني بحب مجال المسرح كثير.
So I'm very enthusiastic about the theater and the performing arts.
وطبعا انا بنظر للمسرح انه هو ثقافه بتوصل فكر بتوصل اشياء حلوه كثير.
I think that the theater is a great way to communicate ideas and culture.
طبعا وطبعا انا حابب اعمل معكم طبعا مسرحيه تحكي عن الانسانيه، تحكي عن الحب، تحكي عن الثقافه، تحكي حتى عن كورونا.
So I would love to be involved with creating theater with any of you about life, about love, about humanity, even about corona.
I think it's also another idea, Katie, to create a play include Palestinians from Gaza and Israelis from your side.
Great.
طبعا وشكرا لك كيتي كثير ولروني I love Ronnie, I love Kitty, I love all.
And he loves Katie also.
كلكم احكي لهم I love you all.
I love you all. أنا شكرا كثير طبعا وبشكر منار وبشكر رامي إنه عدوني أو اتاحوا لي فرصة زي هذه.
Thank you all, Rami, Manar, Katie, for this opportunity.
Katie, Ronnie, كلكم, thank you.
Okay, great, perfect. So, anyone, do you maybe want to say a few last words just about partnership and cooperation together, and we'll call it a night?
Katie, just we have another message here for a half minute for Ahmed before.
Yes, please.
With this. Come in. مرحبا. مرحبا شالوم مرحبا هاي بدون ترجمة. There is no need for translation. مرحبا.
No, أحمد.
مرحبا.
What's happening?
احكي معكم. مرحبا بكم جميعا. أنا بحبكم كثير.
Hello everyone.
زي ما بتعرف. ومن زمان انه احنا يعني كنا حابين ان يكون في لقاءات زي هيك، وشكرا يعني لكم كثير.
We wanted to have a meeting like this for a long time, so thank you all very much.
Yes. وانا اتشرفت كثير بمعرفتكم.
It was a great honor to speak with all. Thank you, Ahmed.
There's a woman, and maybe you just unmute her because she wanted to speak a little bit, just a little bit. Her name is Ifat.
Ifat?
Yes.
Okay, I'll try and look for her here.
Her name Love.
Ah, okay,
You know.
cool. It's a cool name. Hi, Fat.
Hi. Hi, everybody. Hi, Rami Aman. Hi, everybody there. How are you?
Love you.
Gifat, one from our amazing partners. We know her since 2 years ago, and we have an amazing projects today.
Yes. So first of all, thank you, Kathy, and thank you everybody for this amazing Zoom conversation with all of us. It's amazing and it's a dream come true. And I wanted to say in my personal experience that it's very easy to create together because Manar, Rami, and all the group are very, very open and very enthusiastic to do things together. So, you know, if like, for example, I had few ideas, like we did the long circle in the middle of Tel Aviv, which 1,000 people were together in Skype with you guys in the middle of Tel Aviv, and it was amazing. And now we are working on a nice music together. And I want everybody to know that Manar and this beautiful group are planning to open a radio station for good news coming from Gaza for this communication, and it's amazing. And I want to encourage you, all the guys and the family in Gaza, you talked about hope. And I want to tell everybody that my relationship with you started because you, Rami, had an amazing idea of hope. And you put flying doves from Gaza to Israel in the message of from people to people. And it's amazing. And this is how I found about you. And I reached you through Facebook. And since then, we do amazing projects together and partnership. So I say everybody that has either you guys or us, each one who has an idea, let's do this because it's working and it's spreading everywhere. And it's amazing to see. And I will share that we have so friendship, a relationship already, that first of all, we speak every day. And second, you know, when Rami had a birthday, Manar opened a group of many people in Gaza, in Israel, in United States, in Europe, and we bought Rami a birthday gift together, like a one big family, and it's amazing, it's heart-blowing. So I really invite everybody here in this Zoom chat to be creative and to do, because we have amazing partners here to work with through many ways. So thank really everybody here. I hope I got people heard me. I don't know if they
Yeah, we heard you, and thank you, my love.
Thank you, Habibti, my love. I
Thank you, Ifad.
love
Thank you so much, Ifad. But as you said, maybe we export and import the hope.
Yes, yes.
I do nothing, you know, I do nothing. I have all the time when anyone asking me from where you get your power or your optimism, my answer was from my friends, from my partners, not from myself.
Totally.
No, it's from you.
Amazing.
Yeah,
That's it.
totally. Let's continue.
Thank you, Rami, and thank you, Ifat. A lot of people have been asking on the chat how to keep in contact with you guys. Where can they follow you? How can they get your contact?
Listen, maybe we can write a post on Facebook including our emails. I don't know if it's a good idea.
Good.
And
Yeah.
then everyone can join the event again and take our emails in the maybe personal profile on Facebook.
Sure, definitely. Manal, if you'd like to send me this privately, then I'd love to publish it on Facebook. And if anyone wants more details, you can talk to me. Definitely.
Okay.
Okay, sounds great. We're gonna finish up. So thank you all. Thank you to our friends in Gaza. Thank you to our friends from around the world and all over this region that's in so need of healing and hope and love. So thank you all for coming here and for bringing yourselves and bringing your good energy. And yeah, we're gonna keep this momentum going, and everyone who wants to take initiative and start to make things happen, this is really the best time. Like, you know, this corona thing, like the revolution is here. So thank you all so much.
Thank
Rami, do you
Katie, please unmute all of the participants. Let's hear all of us.
Okay, let's see. How can we...
Let's make some funny noise.
بحبك انا بحبك.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you all.
Baby, شكرا.
Thank you, thank you.
Being here.
Shalom
שלום עלינו, שלום עלינו ועל כולם, עלינו ועל כל העולם, ועל כל העולם,
We can sing together. All we need is love.
סלאם.
وجانا ورمانا الهوى رمانا ورمش الأسمراني شبكنا بالهوى قمر مانا الهوى ولعبنا واللي شبكنا يخلصنا اللي شبكنا يخلصنا اللي شبكنا يخلصنا يا حبيبي اشتغل بالي
אנשים לא יורדים, אתה רואה?
סלאם עליכום. סלאם עליכום.
סלאם עליכום.
סלאם עליכום.
Thank you.
שוכרן, תודה.
Peace and love.
Salam everyone. Inshallah.
נתראה בקרוב. תודה, נשמות.
שלום עלינו. הנה בא. שלום עלינו. הנה בא.
I want to go.
روبي 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 روبي
Let's together from the border.
I miss my laugh, man. I miss your laugh.
Rami, نورها.
Okay. Please say something.
باي باي السلام عليكم يا هلا يا هلا السلام عليكم يا اخوان
اهلين اهلين
العافيه
حبيبي حبيبي
My son don't go.
Okay, Robbie.
מוכרים. אז הנה יש לי
يلا طلع يا ماما
תראו פרצופים מוכרים. לא מתאים.
رامي
هيك عندي هيك
Unmute everybody again.
لا هذا الأمام. لا مش هذا رسائل فيسبوك عادية. لا 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 البرنامج مدينة أول واحدة مدينة بتاعت
دينا
במשך ימים רבים, שבוע או יותר, כדי שנוכל להגיע
תודה גם יקר, וענתה לך על השאלה שלך.
אבל כדי לחשוב על חזרה לשגרה, יציאה מסגר.
Hi everyone. Sorry for muting you all like a good dictator. Everybody needs a good dictator sometimes. You're all amazing. It's really so heartwarming to see all of this. And thank you for everyone who gave, you know, their time and attention for this. It's really, really beautiful to see all your faces. Some of you I already know, some of you I don't, but Rami and Manar and all our friends in Gaza, you guys are amazing, and keep up the good work. And wow, thank you so much and good night.
Khalas, end the meeting?
Yalla, end the meeting.
Yeah. All right, guys, go to bed.